done.
Your soul shall be mine. Your soul shall be mine.
Armor vendor's good. Don't see much reason to keep anything else. Really want to find Jiraxis and Ticketus in this matchup. Maybe Niru is good. I definitely don't think I'm playing Tempo Niru in this matchup. Rustwix is also nice to find. Backfire. I can backfire next turn, but I'll have to burn the coin, so we'll see. So I drain soul here, play the armor vendor. Next turn I draw up to 7 and can play backfire. Probably should have just played Mancrick, and then next turn could have been like armor vendor or backfire. Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense to play Mancrick before backfiring, right? That's probably pretty dumb. But it was nice to kill the 3-4 with the Drain Soul. I missed the lifesteal, but I prevented taking 3 damage anyway, so it was kind of the same thing. So the question is, do I play Rustwix here? I guess I probably do. I mean, it might mean that I'm like milling some prime minions, but I don't think I'm ever saving Rustwix all the way until the end of the game. That just doesn't seem reasonable. Interesting play. I can double backfire here. I'd have to draw into like Altar of Fire that I could coin. Let's play 1 backfire. Foil is really good here. Nine cards in hand, so I can't really tap. Unless I want to coin. 16 cards in deck, so I'm not very close to playing these scavengers. Especially with Rustwix in play. Probably just pass here. Heal to 30. Well, this is definitely a hand of 10 cards.
You get accustomed to the smell.
They're not trapped. They're my friends.
Put some soul to it.
Can play a Twisting Nether here. Or a Soul Rend, or something else. My Rustwix is dead, so this Canrithod Prime is quite good. If I mill 4 cards, I go to 13. Not too hard to activate my Bristlebacks and Scavenger. Twisting Nether's also much better than Soul Rend against, like, Ticketus boards, Yashiraj boards.
So many possibilities.
I don't really know what I'm doing with Soul Rend, though. Can't really tap or play Backfire. I mean, I guess I don't have to clear the board here, but it's probably not reasonable to not do that. Wow, those are pretty strong cards I milled. Well, Jiraxxus and Canrathod, not so much the other two.
You face Jiraxxus, the Lord of the Birds.
Jiraxxus versus not Jiraxxus is not going to be fun.
Servants of the Black Harvest.
I kind of hate the shuffle here, but I have to play something, right?
You get accustomed to the smell.
Alright, 6 mana 6/6. Seems like this card is a 6 mana 6/6 pretty often. Although I did shuffle 7 cards into my deck this game. Coin pass.
Come, shop, browse, smell.
My opponent chose not to hero power. Interesting decision.
Haven't heard of me?
That's an interesting set of cards. I'm gonna be overdrawing, but picked up some plays for next turn. And I pretty much need to play Niru to win this game, so overdrawing is whatever. That's what my deck is designed for, right? It's a really, really bad overdraw, though.
That is my currency.
Vosh Prime does find Olgra pretty often, but I still need to dump cards before I can really use this. Seven cards in deck. Vosh draws 4. I don't think I need to tap. That's a good minion.
Sangomar strains, the reservoir remains.
Well, I can play Niru next turn, but I'm pretty skeptical of how good it'll be. My opponent still has 2 Nethers and a School Spirits.
I wonder.
Okay, there's another. Seems like a weird turn to play into Hysteria. Tamsin, double soul fragment. Excellent altar of fire. This Murgurgle is kind of bad, honestly. Since I can just fill my board anyway. I guess once I see the other Nether, maybe it's pretty good against. I don't know, I've seen all the school spirits. Probably just kind of bad. Kind of tempted to just go Nether here to deal with a 6/6. Could also play Zixor Prime, trade, and then I have a couple of 4 powers instead of 3 powers. I think this is fine. I do need to save the other Nether for Yashiraj, but other than that, I should be fine to play one here. No, my deck! Well, that attack just doesn't actually do anything, right? Because that imp replaces itself and it would have gone face once. So when my opponent finds Yashiraj, they do get 2 Cascading Disasters. Yeah, I mean, they're just eating another here. Currently, I have lethal.
This is not what we stood for.
Interesting. My opponent has 4 soul fragments and 3 other spells in their deck. Taking 5 fatigue next turn, so 5, 6, 7 is 18. Really would like to avoid getting hit for 6. I'll just take some free healing, I guess. Maybe that was kind of dumb, actually. Gave my opponent a turn here. Maybe I can hit a rush minion and push 3 here. So yeah, these Divine Shield Murlocs all just die to the same stuff that Imps would have died to. Hey, we got there. Wow. I guess Nero beats Jiraxis.
shall be mine.
Armor Vendor is nice. Coil is honestly pretty nice. I don't really hate the Soul Rend either, but I don't know if it's really a keep off the mulligan. Altar of Fire. Probably just play that card whenever I have a mana floating in this matchup. I don't, like, need Jiraxxus to win or something like that. Death's Head Cultist is pretty good for next turn. Unless my opponent gives me a really good Mortal Coil, I probably will just play that. Although tapping is also quite good. Or maybe I even play the Bloodshard Bristleback. I don't really need the lifesteal though, so it's probably not that great. Still a 3/3 though. I don't know, I think it's fine. My opponent plays a Wrangler here that lets me coil it. Value trades over a pack runner if they wanted to play that. 3/3 seems fine. Maybe I'm underestimating how easy it is to mill my deck though. I can go Tamsin double coil here to kill the pack runner. Pack runner is pretty scary. But I can always just deal with it with Soul Rend next turn, I guess. What am I actually looking to do with Tamsin in this matchup? Drain Soul is probably my best. I'm just gonna kill the pack runner. Good job, Armor Vendor. Tank that hit. If my opponent can't deal with Tamsin here, which is... I don't know if I'd say it's likely, but could happen. Then I can get another copy of Soul Rend with her. Looks like she is not surviving. Really don't want to take 8. The Drain Soul and the Scavenger were both kind of bad to overdraw there. Do I play Altar? Still pretty far away from hitting my 10 threshold. But I have milled a Bristleback, or I've played a Bristleback and milled a Scavenger already. But, I mean, there's no way that this game is actually lasting 17 more turns, so whatever, I'll just play it. Milled a Rhino, that's nice. It's actually pretty relevant because it's so easy to tutor out the Rhino. And it looks like I'm probably just going to play Cultist plus Mankrik here. Interesting weapon hit. Might mean there's another weapon in hand. Could have played Rustwix here, but I can maybe go Rustwix plus tap next turn. I think these two 3-drops are just a lot better. Hysteria is not super good here. I think I can tap whatever I'm doing. Soul Rend. Let's just Soul Rend here. And I'll trade off to keep 2 extra cards in my deck. Wow. Milling Jiraxis and Niru is pretty bad. But I have, like, Rustwix, Ticketus, probably still fine. Easy Hysteria. Sure thing, buddy. And then they play a 1/1. I top deck Kargath Prime. Easy game. I have a very awkward hand here. I think I'm playing Backfire. I do still have a Drain Soul and an Armor Vendor in my deck. This is hopefully not too bad. Alright, that was not too bad. Probably not tapping.
You get accustomed.
There is so much untapped power in this world.
I don't know. Tapping is pretty okay. I have Armor Vendor, Drain Soul, and Olgra. No more beasts.
Banishment.
I got a very sturdy board here. So yeah, this definitely seems like a matchup where you can just play your mill cards without thinking too much about it. I even played the Bristleback on turn 3 and didn't really miss it. Although, that may not have been correct given my hand, but it didn't really seem important.